Hi everyone, today we are going to speak about the topic how to locate a warehouse.
So, there are lots of factors to consider when locating a warehouse facility. Warehouse facility play a vital role in the overall supply chain process. The strategic placement of warehouse allows the positioning of products and services close to major markets and customers. Optimization strategies are utilized to position product availability and delivery as a competitive advantage while also optimizing the cost trade-offs associated with transportation, facilities, equipment, workforce, and other critical cost variables. Warehouses also facilitate time utility by storing product until it is demanded. Warehouse location covers a vast range of activities, from setting a modest warehouse that will serve a single town or organization to investing in a national distribution center. Warehouse location seeks to minimize the total logistics cost incurred by an organization. Location of warehouse should be chosen due to product type. Product type often determines the need for and specific role of warehouses in the supply chain. Characteristics to be considered include seasonality in either production and consumption, demand variability, manufacturing economics, marketing and promotional initiatives, transportation economics, service requirements, customizability, and variance of products. Location due to product type also include products that have extremely high service requirements from a time perspective present unique challenges since they often affect the efficiency, performance, and cost of customers' operations. Many automotive manufacturers have inbound warehouses located in close proximity to manufacturing plants so that sub-assemblies and other components can be assembled and profiled to line for the production process. Postponement is particularly effective in supporting customer product configuration and branding requirements. When locating a warehouse due to physical location. Ensuring your products is stored in a region near your customers is important for prompt deliveries. This also factors into considering cost, calculating landed transportation costs to facility from manufacturing and expected transportation costs from facility to end customer will help decide where you can afford to keep your product. The location proximity to carrier facilities should also be taken into account. Look for an all-encompassing solution that offers both warehousing and transportation to get the most bang for your buck, or ensure your storage facility is as close to your carrier as possible.
Manufacturing and raw material sourcing. Manufacturing and raw material sourcing play a major role in warehouse selection. One reason is that bulk raw materials are typically expensive to transport relative to their value. Manufacturing consumes considerable resources, including raw materials, energy, and labor. As a result, companies locate manufacturing and fabrication operations near those resources. Storage requirements. From hazardous materials, flammable product, and food items, many companies manufacture products that have strict storage and firefighting requirements. Is the location you've chosen properly suited to handle your unique needs? And how will they handle the different requirements for products that require a chemical foam system versus a water-based system? Always be sure to also take any environmental concerns into consideration. Are there any streams, ponds, etc. in close proximity? Another important thing to consider when locating a warehouse is labor force. You should fully understand that experienced labor force available at your new warehouse location. Knowing your labor needs and seeing how they stack up against the facilities is essential to ensure on-time delivery and future growth. Will the warehouse facility operate second and third shift or 24-hour operation? Are there a competing business in proximity that will become a barrier to growth by limiting available labor capacity? Transportation availability is very important as well. Warehouse should be located according to transportation needs if most of the goods are delivered by road. Then road infrastructure is a factor for location. If by ship or plane, then closeness to port or airport. Another key factor is the availability of rail service from the port to the inland region. Imports and exports can move through the port quickly and easily, with lower costs for labor-intensive functions such as container loading and unloading.
Okay, while choosing the land and selecting the design for the buildings, we must take it in consideration that land must not be expensive for the warehouse, and it must not be in the main cities, because if it is in main cities, then there could be like transportation problems, and of course you are going to get the expensive land, which is not a good choice. And for the building design, and design must be such like that it can sustain the high storage capacity for your items in the warehouse, and the structure must be friendly, well ventilated, and there must be a emergency exits must be planned before in the designing your building structure. And then if you are going to have the food storage in your warehouse, then you must also have cool storage rooms designs for your buildings. And for your working area, that area must be covered, for example where you are going to receive or dispatch your items. If I go for the IT communication systems, then nowadays it is like streamline logistics of operations and enhance overall productivity by completing orders with better accuracy and quick than before. Now warehouses are relying on IT communications a lot. While planning the infrastructure, we must keep in mind these things, that in future we are going to use IT systems on which part of warehouse. Wireless systems nowadays are playing vital role because of its uninterrupting connectivity, and it also gives real-time view of all activities happening at warehouse. For example, assets tracking, counting inventory in short time, security systems, and especially for the best communication among the workers for best output results. If you take a look from the government policies perspective, then there are like environment and incentives and taxes. And the first one here will come the like rules governing transportations and other logistics functions can limit capabilities or capacity for your work. And also the tools, taxes, and fees also come into play. Any of these factors can change based on the needs and desires of local, regional, or national authorities. The location's proximity to customers and suppliers. A facility's location performs one main function, getting a company close to its customers, while the distribution side of the supply chain is nearly a mirror image of the sourcing decision, but it is driven by the location of high-value customers, not low-cost manufacturers. The network that serves the end user or consumer reflects not only demand but also customer service needs. Proximity is important in serving a just-in-time automotive plant, for example, and speed to market can be key for fashion-sensitive consumer.
Customer service and cost. A location could be designed due to customer service, like how much its delivery takes to major customers. For example, one objective might be to design a network with the lowest possible total distribution cost while delivering 90% of customer orders within 3 days and delivering the balance within 10 days. Optimizing a service strategy with attention to a cost is a complex exercise. Another factor that comes into play for newer warehouses is energy. With the rise of value-added services performed at the warehouse or distribution center, power needs have changed over the years. In addition, some systems in use are more sensitive. Energy costs and reliability therefore become an increasingly important part of the site selection decision. Right behind that is a sensitivity to environmental impact, which extends to power sources and other facets of warehouse operations. Security. The importance of warehouse security has increased during the past few years. Businesses have begun to realize that they can gain cost-effectiveness by including security practices in warehouse design. Government, safety, and industry regulations also drive security requirements. From climate-controlled spaces to tamper-proof packing zones and storage areas for flammable and/or aerosol products, warehouse owners are now required to provide secure space for specific types of inventory. But even the most efficiently designed warehouse is no match for the weather. Outsourced option. There are now many specialist companies offering third-party storage and distribution services. Warehouse contracts and arrangements can range from short-term deals to long-term partnerships. The package can include all elements of storage, equipment use, staff, management, and system to suit any of the client's operational or technical needs. The benefits include having high level of stock when they are required, cross-docking facilities to reduce the demand for space, fast throughput, and operational flexibility while maintaining the company's image and standard of service.
Here are our sources. Thank you for your attention.